Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Working with Mrs. Dickey. Today, we're going to figure out how to find the volume of a triangular prism. However, before we start working with a three-dimensional shape, we are going to revisit the two-dimensional shape, the triangle, and how to find the area of a triangle. And as we should remember, to find the area of a triangle, we take the base times the height and we divide it by 2. And the reason this formula works is if we actually take and we duplicate it upon itself, we create a rectangle. And the formula for finding a rectangle is length times width. So if we cut our rectangle in half, we are actually left with a triangle, which is why the area base times height divided by 2 works for a triangle. The same concept works when we're finding the volume of a triangular prism. We know that to find the volume of a rectangular prism, we take the length times the width times the height. And we can use our knowledge that a triangle is half of a square, which we can see right here, or a rectangle right there, and we can use that knowledge to create the formula for a triangular prism. So we can take that formula that we used for our rectangular prism, and we can divide it by 2, because 2 triangular prisms make one rectangular prism. The only difference is we don't actually have a width when we talk about triangles. Instead, we are talking about base. So we can do length times base times height, or a little more verbally friendly, base times height times length divided by 2. Okay, so now we know where our formula came from. Let's see how to use the formula. So here's our formula again. Volume equals base times height times length divided by 2. And as we know, we need to communicate mathematically what we're doing first by always showing our formula. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to substitute in our values. So in this case, our base is this number here of 8. Our height is this number here, or 3. And our length is 12 over here. And we're going to take all of that and divide it by 2. So let's do the math. 8 times 3 is 24. Keep the 12, we haven't used it yet. 24 times 12 is 288. Keep the division by 2, we haven't done that yet. And we divide 288 divided by 2, we get 144. And now we need to worry about the units. So as we can see over here, all of our units are expressed here in centimeters. So we're going to keep centimeters here. And because we looked at 3 dimensions, it is centimeters cubed. And as we know, volume is always expressed in the unit cubed. So now we know that we can take the formula volume equals base times height times length and divided by 2, and that will always give us the volume of our triangular prism. And as we also know, the order of multiplication doesn't matter, so if we by accident substitute the wrong value into the letter, it doesn't matter, we're still going to end up with the correct answer. I hope you found today helpful, and we'll see you again on another episode of Working with Mrs. Dickey.